What if one of the most powerful warships on Earth suddenly had to retreat? In the middle of an escalating conflict in the Middle East, Iran's powerful military force, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, or IRGC, made a dramatic claim. They said their missiles had targeted the U.S. aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln, forcing the $4.5 billion warship to flee the Gulf of Oman. But the United States says something very different. So what actually happened in the waters near Iran? And could this moment mark a dangerous turning point in global power politics? Let's break it down. The controversy began when Iran's Revolutionary Guard announced that it had launched 4 ballistic missiles at the U.S. aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln, operating near Iranian waters. According to Iranian officials, the attack took place roughly 250 to 300 kilometers off the coast of Chabahar, a strategic Iranian port along the Gulf of Oman. Iranian media claimed the missiles forced the American carrier to change course and withdraw from the area, framing the incident as a major victory against U.S. naval power. If true, that would be huge. Aircraft carriers like the USS Abraham Lincoln are the backbone of American military power. They carry dozens of advanced fighter jets and are designed to project force across entire regions. But within hours, the United States pushed back hard against Iran's narrative. The U.S. Central Command, known as CENTCOM, quickly denied Iran's claim. According to American officials, none of Iran's missiles even came close to the carrier. The Pentagon said the USS Abraham Lincoln remained fully operational and continued launching aircraft for missions in the region. In fact, U.S. forces said they were actively conducting military operations during the same period. Reports indicate that American forces struck an Iranian Jamaran-class warship, sinking it during the early stages of a widening confrontation in the Gulf of Oman. So while Iran claimed it hit a U.S. carrier, the U.S. said the opposite happened. An Iranian warship was destroyed instead. 2 completely different stories about the same event. This is where things get complicated. Military conflicts today aren't just fought with missiles and drones. They're also fought with information. Experts say both sides often use strategic messaging to shape public perception during a conflict, and in this case, the battle for the narrative is intense.
Fact-checkers have already warned that several images and videos circulating online about the carrier being destroyed or damaged are misleading or fake. That means many viral clips spreading across social media may not actually show what they claim. But the carrier controversy is only a small part of a much bigger conflict unfolding in the region. The United States and Israel have carried out large-scale airstrikes against Iranian military infrastructure. Iran has responded with missiles and drones, targeting U.S. bases in allied countries across the Middle East. The fighting has already resulted in hundreds of deaths and rising regional instability, with the conflict spreading across Iran, Lebanon, and parts of the Persian Gulf. Even more concerning, the Strait of Hormuz, one of the most important oil routes in the world, could be drawn into the conflict. Nearly 20% of global oil shipments pass through this narrow waterway, meaning any escalation there could send shockwaves through the global economy. Aircraft carriers are symbols of global power. For decades, U.S. carrier strike groups have operated near rival states to demonstrate military dominance. So when Iran claims it forced one of these carriers to retreat, even if disputed, it sends a powerful political message. It suggests that American naval supremacy could be challenged in contested waters. Whether that message is true or just strategic propaganda remains an open question. So did Iran really force the USS Abraham Lincoln to flee? Right now, the answer depends on who you believe. Iran says its missiles hit their target. The United States says the missiles never even got close. What's certain is that tensions between the two powers are escalating rapidly, and the world is watching closely, because the next move in this conflict could reshape the balance of power in the Middle East.